Recap in minutes. In today's video, we will be going through an action drama movie named Silmido. There will be spoilers ahead, chill out, and enjoy. At the start of the movie, we see some soldiers running through the ice and water. That night a hitman named Kang In was on his mission with some other gunmen to kill a South Korean government official. Kang In and his men came to a party attended by the official and immediately attacked them. The fight between his group and a South Korean official's guard started. At that moment of intense fighting, Kang In sneaked into the South Korean government official's room and killed him with a knife. In the meanwhile, the police arrived there. Kang In got aware of the police and immediately ran away. The pursuit didn't last long and the police officers arrested him. In the next scene, we see that a prisoner van came to the court of law. The judge sentenced Kang In to death for killing a high-ranking government official. Surprisingly, the day before Kang In was executed by the police, a man came to see him and tell him about some of his family backgrounds. Kang In perceived this as a blackmailing attempt. This man was a military general named Jae-yun, who came to see him and gave him a deal. General offers him to be one of the special government soldiers for a special mission which will be sent to North Korea. And as a reward, he will be released from the death penalty. Kang In decided to agree, as he would rather die on the battlefield than die at the hands of the executioner. In the next scene, Kang In with some of the other prisoners was taken to an island called Silmido by boat. In the middle of the voyage, some of the prisoners started making arguments and fighting with each other. Seeing conditions getting out of control, a man who served as commander, named Joe, gave the warning to all of the people to jump off the boat, otherwise, he would fire. After the count to 3, he decided to open fire on their ship. When they didn't get off the boat, Commander Joe threw a grenade into the boat, so they had to jump into the water and swim until they reached the island of Silmido. After everyone has arrived on the mainland of Silmido, General Jae-yun explains the purpose of their arrival to the prisoners. He asks the prisoners to join the military to conduct a special operation in Pyongyang. He tells them that their mission is to infiltrate Pyongyang and slit the throat of Kim Tu-sung. This secret special force is named the Military Force Unit 684. The only people who know about this secret army are General Jae-yun and Commander Joe. In the next scene, all the prisoners began to undergo strenuous and stressful military training. They were all trained for days to be able to face all the risks and challenges they will face in North Korea in the future. After a while in the film, all the prisoners were gathered on the beach and began to be stung with hot irons on their backs. The prisoners who could not endure it immediately got into the seawater. Only 3 prisoners left, Kang In, Sung Pil, and Gun Jae, being the strongest prisoners among them. These 3 were appointed as leaders of 3 groups of 10 prisoners by the general. From that day on, they began to undergo group training to increase unity and solidarity. The group trained to cross the ravine, using a rope bridge when doing the exercise. Any group late in crossing would be fired upon from below by the military officers on duty. One of Kang In's group members was exhausted and suddenly couldn't continue training. Kang managed the member to hang from the rope so that the other members could pass. After the crossing of all the members, when Kang In returned to the bridge to pick up his sick member, the member suddenly fell onto the rocks because he couldn't hang anymore. Later that night, the general comes to their hall and orders the wounded prisoner to go back to the prison. He begs to stay there and offers himself to be a cook and cleaner. Everyone accepts. In the following scene, all the prisoners began their training seriously and mindfully because they wanted to die honorably as proud soldiers of South Korea. Their abilities improved greatly, and they passed every challenge well. They were unified by the hardships of the training. On a rainy night in the movie, Commander Joe spoke for the last time to the formation of Unit 684, and ordered them to sail to North Korea and carry out their mission. General Jae-yun and Commander Joe, along with the official military forces, saluted the 684 military troops who had started leaving for North Korea. All soldiers rode with enthusiasm. They were full of patriotism to defend their country. In the meantime, General Jae-yun received a call from the government's leadership to cancel the mission of Military Forces 684 because, at this time, North Korea had made a peace agreement with South Korea. Jae-yun orders Sergeant Joe to bring Unit 684 back to Silmido Island immediately. He brought them back despite their rebellious refusal. General goes to the higher office in Seoul to know the reason for the cancellation of the operation, but he was declined. Back on the island, all the prisoners began their training unenthusiastically and lazily. Military Troop 684 felt that their chance to defend their country and die with honor on the battlefield had now been lost. The next scene shows a night when 2 soldiers planned to escape from the island of Silmido, but before that, they decided to come to the medical dispensary, where they raped a military doctor. General Joe, after the news of the escape of 2 prisoners, ordered the entire squad to look for them. At that moment, both the soldiers who were wrapping that female doctor realized that Commander Joe and his troops are looking for them outside. Both of the soldiers decided to end their lives because they were exposed. Well, one of them was rescued and captured by military men. All the members of the 684 military unit had to face severe punishment from military officers at that time of the night. Kang-in felt very humiliated. He got up from the punishment, reached the culprit, and hit him to death. After that, Kang-in asked General Joe again to send military troops 684 to the battlefield to die honorably for their country. The next morning, General Jae-yun came to his leader's office and asked the government to make Military Force Unit 684 an official military force unit. But the leadership rejected the request because of the political developments between the 2 neighboring countries. At the same moment, General Oh ordered General Jae-yun to disband Military Unit 684 and execute them. On another night scene, he receives the signed execution orders, and informs Commander Joe and Commander Park about the order. General Jae-yun and the other military troops were threatened with death by the government if they refuse. Hearing this, Commander Joe immediately opposes the plan and chooses to depart from the mission. Commander Park did not want himself and his military troops killed. He decided to carry out the massacre of the 684 military troops. Interestingly, Kang-in overheard all these conversations and immediately informed all the leaders of the prisoners of the 684 military unit. In the next stage, Sergeant Joe decided to go to the city to guard the collection of military logistics. On the other hand, Military Forces 684 knew that they were about to be executed. They decided to launch a rebellion in self-defense. That night, Kang, along with all other military members, immediately prepared to attack the official military forces and Commander Park. They started shooting at the official military forces fiercely. The 684 military men also responded with intense firing until all buildings on the island of Silmido were destroyed. During the battle, Kang-in entered General Jae-yun's barracks to kill him, but he could not kill him and get emotional there. General Jae-yun decided to end his own life instead of having to execute the 684 military troops, as well as not fulfilling his duty for the first time in his life. After that, Kang-in rejoined the battle. He was shot from behind by Commander Park in the fight. Commander Park was cornered by the prisoners and shot dead by them. At the last moment, he said that all of their identities had been hidden by the government so that they would never be considered military men of the South Korean government. After that, Military Unit 684 decided to go to the capital city Seoul and protested against the government's unwillingness to formalize their military unit as official troops. They hijacked a bus and headed to the Blue House. The news of the hijacking of the bus had spread widely, and unfortunately, they were even accused of being communist soldiers. At the road of the city, they were stopped and attacked by the military forces that had been deployed to prevent them from going to the Blue House. As a result of firing on the road, one of their members died. Commander Joe went to the location to stop them. He tried to convince the general that the 684 military men were not a communist group but a government military force formed in secret. However, Commander Joe's words were ignored by the captain of the military troops there. The shootout between the 684 military forces and the government military forces happened again. All members of the 684 military unit began to die one by one, while the remaining members tried to write their names on the bus wall using blood to show that they had lived to defend their country. However, they asked the trapped bus passengers to leave the bus immediately. They got off the bus. At the same moment, all members of Military Force Unit 684 decided to blow themselves up with grenades. The movie ends with the bus explosion. On this ending scene, all the members of the unit pinned out their grenades, commit suicide and blow up the bus. Many media outlets reported Military Forces 684 as a communist group that wanted to attack the Blue House. All this happened because the government had hidden the true identity of every member of the 684 military unit. Several years later, when the military dictatorship in South Korea ended, Commander Joe revealed the truth about Military Unit 684 to the media and public. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this and to help the channel grow.